Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of our identity work challenge. Today is also the last day of early bird for Medical Intuitive Mastermind, guys. This is the last day to get it for 333 instead of 555 a month. Oh, I got that completely wrong. 333 instead of 888 a month because today's Lions Gate. So if you're interested in Medical Intuitive Mastermind and you want to grab that early bird price, jump on now. It's going to be incredible. I can't describe the quality of the people that we've got jumping on. It's going to be a year this time instead of 6 months. So I can't wait. I can't wait to do this with you guys. Okay, let's start with our opening prayer. Oh, great spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my father, my mother, Atanaha, all it is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, amen, namaste. Hi, everybody. Hi, Siobhan. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Purnima. Okay. So today is our Q&A, so we know we know it's going to be busy. Let's just jump straight in here because we only got half an hour. If you want to understand more about what your identity actually is, how you shift it, how you change it, particularly around how it's created when you're an inner child and how your unconscious mind defends it, just watch yesterday's video, okay? It's up on YouTube. Okay, so the healing parent is a saying, hi Sky, can you please scan me for what is stopping me connecting to the identity that everyone sees and the identity that I desire? It's almost like I don't believe that I can be that person. Okay, so I'm going to do a scan, but you're already telling me what it is. It's the self-belief. And that's an actual trauma, that's an actual wound. So when you're little and your parents don't believe in you, you don't stop believing in them, you stop believing in yourself. And that means that unless somebody's constantly validating you or telling you that you can do it, you don't know how to give that to yourself or recognize that in yourself. You don't know how to pull the greatness out of you. You constantly need other people to pull the greatness out of you for you. And you may also block it because if it's incongruent with what you believe with yourself, you will feel like you won't be able to handle success or greatness. Okay, but let me do a scan and see. Okay, career, show me. Okay, so what they're showing me, they're taking me immediately to like a broken heart, and they're showing me you always having to put other people first, and you believing that to put your needs first is selfish. You not being able to tell the difference between having needs and being abusive, between having needs and being selfish, between believing in yourself and thinking you're more important than others, and there's a huge difference there. They're then taking me down to your gut and they're showing me that you were not allowed to express those feelings, and that if you did express those feelings, that you got punished for it. So can we release those beliefs on all 7 levels? Would that be okay? Anybody else that wants those released too, just say yes, because I'm seeing some of you light up like Christmas trees. There we go. And let's replace it with the truth that it's safe for you to learn how to believe in yourself. That that's download you with creator's perspective, definition, understanding of the difference between believing in yourself and being selfish, the difference between believing in yourself and being arrogant, the difference between believing in yourself and abandoning others, the difference between having needs and putting your needs first and taking from other people, because there's a big difference. And let's give you creator's perspective, definition, understanding of believing in yourself. Okay, and so it is. Let me have a quick look at the next one. Hi, Siobhan, good to see you. Okay, dear Sky, Gabriella saying, could you please scan me about my identity? How can I step into the one of a spiritual teacher? Many thanks. So I'm going to scan you, but and immediately I'm seeing like living in the child energy, like child archetype, instead of living in the adult energy. So that's this energy of waiting for something to happen, waiting for someone else to do it, waiting for permission, and this real insecurity that if you do stuff wrong, it's kind of like you're putting other people in the role of adult and you're putting yourself in the role of child. So can we shift you energetically from the role of child to the role of adult, please? Would that be okay? Can we ask for instant healing on that? Ali, he's tired. Okay, sorry, baby, needing nap. Okay, 1 second. Let me just help the nanny. I'll be right back. Just check in with the cabin rocking around with you and we might settle down. Sorry, baby teething and he's all over the place today. He didn't sleep very well last night. Okay. So let's send unconditional love to the part of you that wants to shift into a spiritual teacher. Let's take this energy of like this feeling of I'm ordinary. And let's ask Creator to grow this part of you up into the spiritual teacher, into the guru, into the one that's holding space for God's light for many, to transform, to grow, to evolve. There we go. Can we also give you like the codes and the light codes for like initiations into spiritual adulthood, so you're not waiting for somebody to give that to you? That it's safe for you to step into your power, and then you can do what you need to do, whether it's, get the specific qualifications or get the insurance, etc. But that you're allowed to take that power up. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you. There we go. And let's show you that you've had this for lifetimes. You've had lifetimes of experience. And that you're already doing it. You're already teaching a lot of other people. You're just now going to be doing it publicly and professionally, as well as doing it because you love it. There we go. Oof, there we go. And let's also download you with how to love your students and how to love your chosen people instead of being afraid of them. Let's free you from looking for validation from them and instead put you in the position of giving validation, giving recognition. Okay. And so it is. Let me have a look. Hi, Tanya, Patricia. Una saying, hi, Sky, can you scan my identity? What are the blocks to being my true self? Let me have a look. So they're taking me down into your gut, and it's like not having the courage to follow through on your decisions, constantly like questioning your channel and your divine guidance. Just this real, it's interesting, right? Because the first one was self-belief, and this self-doubt is the antithesis of that. So I'm going to ask for the core wound. They keep showing me like so much confusion. Um, and like this, the core is like, I don't know what I want. So, can we release that belief as a way of protecting yourself? Any times that people harmed you or took what you wanted from you or didn't care what you wanted and you shut down your self-knowledge and your claircognizance because you didn't want to know what you wanted because it was too painful to know what you wanted and to not get it over and over and over again. Can we release that, please? Anyone else that wants that, just say yes. Okay, there we go. Bruna's saying, "Hi, Sky. I'm learning how to recognize what's good for me. Can you scan the different love possibilities? Fer, Diego, and Leo. Look at you. Only starting to meet them. Okay, I'm going to scan them. And please, please, please don't go into monogamy too early. Until one of them commits to a long-term committed relationship, you don't stop dating. Okay? Don't go into serial monogamy unless they commit. Okay, let me have a look at the relationships. Let me see. Okay, so they're showing me that Diego's the one that's more rebellious. Um, yeah, more rebellious, more I want to say like like I want to say like more of like a in control, more of my way type of person. And then I'm getting a very like calm and supportive energy when I'm tuning into Leo. And with Fair, I'm just getting like a energy of like I don't really know what's happening. I'm not really sure why I'm here. It's like I'm going with the flow. Um, so I'm also scanning you in relationship with them. There's just a lot of excitement for you about being wanted, about being desired. But we're also, let's just shift. I want to shift all of this because I want to shift you from thinking that it has to be one of these three because it doesn't have to be one of these three. This is like your first round of really trying. So it doesn't have to be one of these three. This is the part that gets to be fun. This is the part that gets to be playful. So can we bring in the identity of feeling like your most attractive self, your most beautiful self, your most empowered self, that you're allowed to know that you get to have what you want and that this is one of the most important decisions of your life. Oof, there we go. Okay, and they're showing me something else you're doing. They're showing me that because you can't believe all these qualities are in one guy, you're like getting different guys with these qualities. So let's stop that. Let's one guy can have the qualities of being respectful, of knowing what he's about, of being strong, of knowing how to hold space. Like there are lots of men in the world that have all those qualities. So can we release the belief that you're asking for too much and show you that there's a big difference between standards and perfectionism? So perfectionism doesn't exist. You can't expect any man to be perfect. But standards does exist. And there are a lot of men with really high standards. And you're allowed to choose a man with high standards. And you should, especially if you have high standards. There we go. Okay, there's a lot of hopelessness and despair and defeat energy going around your heart from previous relationships. Let's just vacuum all of that out, please. And so it is. Nicoletta saying, hi, Sky. Hi, Nicoletta. Selena saying, Sky, what happens to identity if, as a baby, you hardly see your mother and you're cared for by several caretakers who are not your family members? Like, babies are all different, they're not the same. So, normally, what happens is they will have a caretaker, that the one that they connect with the most or the one they like the most, the same way that we would as an adult. But because they are not able to quantify time and space, um, like they have no concept of 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, midday, noon, evening. They don't know when you leave, when you're coming back, if you're coming back. So all of that stuff creates a heightened emotional state. Plus, they're lacking, a lot of the brain parts that create emotional regulation. So what happens when you have a lot of different caretakers that are not family members is that um, normally there's a slightly insecure attachment created with mom, and you start getting the personality traits of everybody that you spend time with as a kid, and that can be for better or for worse. I've seen it influence a lot of children for better, and it actually lead to them breaking generational patterns. And if they're left with people that don't care about them, that's where it can do damage. Yeah. So let's ask for an instant healing on this situation, and let's show you that it's safe for you to keep the parts of your caregivers that empower you, and release the parts that don't through Creator of all that is. But it's not that weird, because babies used to be raised by a village. If you go to, any Native American village, there's an abundance of mother energy. So all the mums are in it together, and all the mums are mums to all the kids, and the kids call all the mums mums. It's kind of like when you're in India and everyone's an auntie. This energy of there being multiple caregivers and them not necessarily being from the family. The village raises a child. This is an ancient way of raising children. So it's not something that would throw off your DNA. It's something that it's older than what we're used to, but it's still a very normal system that's worked very effectively, because the kids always feel there's someone there. If somebody can't pick them up, somebody else will. So it creates a lot of abundance, and it creates very socially intelligent children. So can we bring this in, like how to navigate the village in the highest and best way as an infant? And let's also show that inner child that the village does not replace the mother, it complements the mother. Okay, and so it is. Okay. Presetti saying, hi Sky, what's blocking me from staying in the reality that I know is possible and that I desire? Thank you. They're showing me almost like a split personality, because you are managing to stay in a high vibrational state when you're out and about, but the moment that you're alone, your mood is tanking, and the things that like the words that you're speaking over your life, like you are speaking defeat over your life, and then it's creating this yo-yo effect of up and down, up and down, up and down with the realities. Like you switch realities when you're by yourself, and because you're spending quite a lot of your time by yourself, it's creating a major impact. So the easiest way to course correct it is to what's it called, keep yourself out and about, in the sense of, instead of staying in the evenings, alone, or watching TV or etc., go for a walk, or listen to audiobooks, or go for a swim, or go for a sauna, or sit in a really nice coffee shop like this. There's this energy of reprogramming yourself, and the easiest way being to stay in momentum in the moments of the day where you're normally reverting to kind of like replaying old negative energies in your head, until you fall out of the pattern. So for at least a month, so that you get used to staying in high energy when you're by yourself, as well as when you're with other people. So can we ask Creator to just resolve the conflict between these two different parts? There's a very good book called Inner Conflict Resolution. It's a hypnosis book, but it's a very good book, and you can use it to resolve the day and night energy between these two parts. So can we ask Creator to do it for us at this point in time? To reconcile these energies, to unite these energies, to heal these energies so that you can be and feel like yourself when you're alone and when you're with others. Okay, and so it is. Let me have a quick scan because I want to do the questions that are going to help everybody the most. Okay, Jennifer Morgan is saying, would love some guidance on self-sabotaging and self-abandoning versus standing in my identity. So this takes some practice. The way that we learn as children to stand in who we are is by watching our parents stand in who they are. So when our parents don't do that, when they betray themselves, when they abandon themselves, we get the same pattern. Or when they shut us down, we get the same pattern. Okay. So when we're shifting into how do I be myself no matter what, it's not that you take a pill that you miraculously stop caring what everybody else thinks. It's that you understand that you deserve to exist and that other people are going to have to get used to who you really are. And that there might be what we call like a storming period where people are a bit shocked about who you really are, about who you really want. Because what we're focused on is the fact that they don't like our real self. But for them, what they're focused on is that they don't know us and they never really completely knew us. And that's making them feel insecure. So when you're fully stepping into your identity, especially if you've not been living from your true self for a long time, that makes everyone in your life go, oh my God, what is up with them? They've never behaved like that. They're not like that. Why have they changed so much? And it makes them scared of losing you and abandoning. They get scared that they're going to be abandoned as well. So we're focused on the fact that other people aren't accepting us as we are, but we forget there's a grieving process for them because they haven't ever been allowed to know who we really are, and we've been living a lie, whether it was on purpose or not on purpose. So there's a grieving process that takes place when we step into a new identity or a new self, not just for us, but the other people in our lives. And I call it the storming period, where they're getting used to us taking up more space, us being honest about how we really feel and what we really want, them having to recalibrate to meet those needs, and us having to recalibrate to receive in a different way. So it's a short storming period, and it clears the air because suddenly you're allowed to be yourself and they're allowed to be themselves, and there's an opportunity for real connection. There's an opportunity for real communication, real love, right? Because you're finally being yourself. When you're not being yourself, there's not an opportunity for real connection. It's all fake connection. So it's an illusion that people like you because they don't really know you, right? The only place in which real relationship is possible is when we're being who we are. And one of the biggest reasons that relationships fall apart is because two people stop being who they are and they stop being authentic because it's too hard, right? They can't handle the storming period, and they can't handle the lack of control that they have over the other person. So it's only when you've developed the virtues of acceptance, right, which is allowing somebody else to be who they are, but also the discipline um, of mystery, because you are not supposed to know who somebody is. And sometimes they don't even know who they are because we're evolving through different phases, right? The best example I can, and the easiest one that I can give of this, is becoming a mom. So who I was before I became a mom versus who I am after I became a mom are two very different people and two completely authentic identities in the same timeline that my husband had to navigate and deal with. And I remember, especially after my first son, my husband saying, this isn't working. This really isn't working. I don't know who you are. I don't know what I need to do. I've got no idea how to make you happy. And I remember thinking, sitting in front of his desk and thinking that I completely understood how he felt, because I also felt that way. I didn't know who the hell I was. I didn't know what the hell I wanted. I was scrambling to try and figure it out at the same time as mastering all the skills that you need to be a parent, right? But it was being able to say that, I think, that really saved our marriage. And being able to say to him, I don't know who I am right now. I'm trying to figure out what I need right now. What used to make me happy and safe is completely different now than it was before. And I haven't figured out how to communicate that yet. I haven't figured out how to express it. I often don't see where I'm going to struggle before I'm hitting it like a wall or I'm in trouble. And, you need to be really patient with me because we're in completely new archetypes. And I remember him saying to me, but we've done this before. And I was like, we've never done this before. We've never had a situation like this before. This is unlike anything we've ever faced. Because we're in a completely new environment. And both of us have a completely new identity as new parents to a new child, right? We will never be the parents of this child again. And we're both having to figure out how to rise and how to embody that new identity. So that storming period is held better when you have compassion for the other person, but you also have self-knowledge that you're still all over the place. You're still integrating, you're still figuring out who you are, you're still figuring out what makes you happy, you're still figuring out what you want. And it can be a complete 180. So for example, before I became a mom versus after I became a mom, right? Before I became a mom, I would go as far as saying I was clingy. Like I always wanted to do things with my husband. I always wanted him around. I didn't like being alone. After being a mom, I was gasping for personal time, right? I was like orgasmic if I got to have like half an hour in the shower. That's how different the personalities was. My husband went from having a wife that didn't like having time alone to having a wife that was literally singing if she got any time to herself. So it can be as different as night and day, right? And it's important to understand that when we shift identities, that the other person is having to navigate that too. Yes, the prize draw is being held today. A prize draw is being held today. As soon as I finish the readings, that is what I'm going to do. So who's winning the scholarships, guys? And all of your entries have been put in, and I'm going to do the prize draw today. Don't you worry. Okay, Patricia's saying, can I have a scan for my work identity? I have a feeling she's never developed in this life. Blessings. Okay, so let's just start by sending her unconditional love. Yeah, and what I'm seeing is like an invisibility, like keep your head down, be quiet, work hard. Like that's your work identity. Just get the work done and go home. Like I want as little trouble as possible. And it's actually inherited. So can we release that from you so that we're just going to bring in the angels and ask them to release that from you and show you that you no longer have to do that. You no longer have to avoid. Being seen and just keep your head down and get home to survive. There's some sort of communism or totalitarianism coming through here. So let's complete that ancestrally so that you can fully enjoy the work environment that you're in. And that it's safe for you to be visible now and that you know how to be visible. Okay. I'm going to do one more and then I am going to do our prize draw. Just scroll down to see. Okay. Okay, so we've got another one. Hi, Sky. Can I please get a scan of my identity and what's needed for me to up level on every level? Thanks, Catherine. So they're showing me that you need to feel like you've got something to give. There's a level of comparison going on, and you're like, what's the way that you're comparing yourself is that you're always coming up lacking. You need to feel in your core. You need to practice feeling the transformations that you provide for people. Practice feeling how incredible you are, because if you're practicing feeling inferior, then that's going to stop you from up leveling in every area of your life. You have to feel like you're the best. You have to feel like you're the one. And there is no competition in that sense. And it was theta healing that taught me this, because everybody teaches the same thing in theta healing, right? It's not like you have something unique. You're teaching the same curriculum, you're teaching the same thing, but it's the energy that you're bringing to it, and the dedication and the practice that you're doing with it. So it takes out a lot of the competition. It takes out all the stuff around intellectual property. It takes out all the fear that you won't have the clients and things like that, because your thing is not as unique or as special as better as somebody else. So people are coming for you and for your energy and for the transformation that that energy is going to provide, more than what, like, the way that your stuff looks. So can we allow you to show up in your full glory, feeling really good, like feeling really good about yourself and who you are and your particular energy, as opposed to making feel good a reward for achievements, because feeling good is what creates achievements. It's like it's in reverse. Okay. Mitra Art, she's saying, may I have a reading on my healer, artist, wealthy woman archetype? Is it integrated? No, it's not integrated, and you know it. No, no, no. All that's happening with it right now is that you're aware of it, and you've started doing some work on it. But when something is integrated, it starts showing up. Like, you know when the queen is in the room. You know when you're working as a healer. You know when you're fully embodied, because there is power in your moves, there is success in your life. You are able to take up space in the room, right? So you're still practicing all these things, and you still really struggle with them. So it's not integrated. When it's integrated, you no longer struggle. It's like, integration is like, when you're learning to ride a bike, and in the beginning, you're like thinking about the pedals and thinking about where you're turning the bike and thinking about holding your balance. Integration is when you ride that bike without thinking about it. Integration is known in hypnosis as unconscious competence. You're not having to try so hard. It just happens as naturally as breathing. That's what integration is, and what it feels like. Tanya's saying, can I get a scan on my money? It's like a push and pull energy. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, it's the control thing. So can we end the war between your will and God's will? Okay, there we go. Let's put God in control. And let's also set out there, like, the joy of it. Like the joy of it. There we go. That it's safe for you to remember why you started doing this work, how exciting it was, how much joy you had, how excited you were, the results that you've helped other people achieve, the pleasure in it. Because it's kind of coming from an energy of I have to, and there's a hardness around it. So let's just dissolve this hardness. That's like pour hot water on the ice, right? To dissolve all the fear. Let's take you back to the joy of it, the excitement. That I love this. Like, this is incredible. It's so juicy. It's so good. It's just so right. I would do it even if it was for free, right? That's that energy that you have in the beginning. And that's that beginner's mind that we need here. There we go. And I'm going to pull the energy of exhaustion, defeat, and despair out of all your bank accounts, out of all your credit cards, out of your business. And let's open this portal, right, to God and divine abundance and have that coming through your business. Because your business is its own entity. That's why they call it, that's why it literally is a legal personality separate from you. There we go. And so it is. Okay, I'm going to grab my little bowl and we're going to do our prize draw. Give me a second. I'll grab my bowl. Okay, I have my magical angel bowl candle thing. Look, we're going to do our prize draw. It's exciting. Okay, there you go. Okay, and our winner is Siobhan. Siobhan's going to go mad now. If you don't know Siobhan, she's going to go absolutely batshit. Siobhan is going to go absolutely batshit. Okay. So we know it's Siobhan. I know Kate was the one that won it, I think 2 years ago now. Kate won our scholarship 2 years ago. I love the clanking sounds too. We will, yeah, Jackie, she absolutely will. Okay, so exciting. It's not even me and I'm getting like hot flushes. Okay. To be fair, I've never seen somebody work harder. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look at a few more of the questions and we'll wait for it get to Tony's saying I'm grinning from ear to ear. Yep, me too. Jackie's saying it'll be a lot of screaming. I think she's gone from the screen because otherwise she'd be going batshit inside the comments section. I know Siobhan. Yeah. I'm gonna message her and be like, hey, Siobhan. Okay. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna close this particular space. Yeah, she did win. She manifested that good and solid. Okay. Siobhan's saying, as you speak, it sounds like healing rampages. Yeah, because it gets to the point where, like, you guys have seen how much I'm channeling in a day. I'm channeling in the psychic surgery group. I'm channeling in our angel healing group. I'm channeling for clients in between sessions. So it gets to the point where you really get so passionate about what you do because you know that this shit works and you know how powerful it is. But you only know that because of experience. And then other people that haven't had those experiences don't have that. I call it like a faith stack. They don't like have a stack of experiences that like whenever something isn't going wrong or not going their way that they can look at and go, no, this works, right? And it gives them like that rock solid foundation. So you get really, really passionate and you do go on rages of rants of healing rampages and appreciation. Siobhan saying, and everyone started congratulating me as well. Yep. Yep. We need some dance gifts from you, Shimon, inside Psychic Surgery. I expect a really, really awesome dance gift. Kate saying, write down all your miracles on a list when shit starts getting hard along the journey. Yep, that's actually one of the techniques that I give people, is to write down everything that God has done for them, every good thing that's already happened, because you start creating a stack. But if you do that, it's such a powerful exercise. If you write down all the miracles and then you do a meditation with it so that you're listening to it every day, it's going to strengthen your faith muscle like no one's business. Siobhan's like, I'm here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, and I'm so glad you're going to be here for the rest of the year working through medical intuitive with me. Okay, Sam, we had another 2 extra people join on. There's another 2 or 3 joining as we speak. Today's the last day of early bird, guys. So if you haven't joined on, if you were waiting to win the competition, which Siobhan has now won, sign your butt on before the price goes up, okay? Because the price goes up to 888 at midnight. So I say I have a gratitude journal every day, and it can be a beautiful process. Yeah, the gratitude journal helps a lot. The miracle stacking thing, it gives you a really powerful faith muscle. Okay, Sam is saying, hi Sky, can you do a scan related to identity and having money struggles, never having enough and having to depend on others for help? So the identity of struggle is the defeat identity. It's when you feel like you can't figure stuff out on your own. And that's why people have to come and help you, right? So it's often created by when we're a kid being told that we're stupid, being told that we're doing it wrong, being told that we're dumb, instead of being told that this is the practice, this is the process that everybody goes through. Siobhan's like, I'm screaming, I know. I know, Siobhan, I know. I'm not even there. Nobody, like everybody here that's in here with psychic surgery with you is like, I know Siobhan is gonna go bonkers. I was like, yep. Yep. Yeah, we know you and we love you. You've been a huge part of our community, even despite finding us a couple of months ago, and now you're like there, loving on everybody and taking up such a glorious room. Yeah, it's not closed. The cart is not closed, okay? We start on the 5th of September. Today's the early bird cart closing. It's just going up now, okay? It's going up on because it's Lionsgate 888. Haha, you get a year with Sky. Says Kate, who got a year with Sky before. Now we're like really good friends. Started off as her teacher and then morphed into her friend. Okay. So Fazia's saying, you mentioned gesturing to be more visible. How do I step into that space? It's action. It's discipline. There is no other way. There is no other way. You keep doing the healing on the visibility wounds, but visibility comes from showing up. It comes from showing up whichever space that you're in. Well, if it's an online space, it means that you're writing your posts every day. It means you're making your videos every day. It means that you're teaching every day. For me, it means doing my angel readings consistently. And doing my healings consistently. But visibility is about showing up. Impact is about how many people you help, not about how many likes you get. You can have 1 million likes on something, but not have made a powerful impact, right? So the more people that you help and that you serve, the more you start being of value on an unconscious level to humanity. The more people can feel the transformation just by being in your presence. The more people feel shift just by being in your field, and the more they're attracted to that field and start coming in. But you have to show up. You have to stop. Most people are waiting for other people to show up first and tell them. That's not what's going to happen. What happens is that you start showing up and you start teaching about the things that you love, and you start moving. This is what identity work is. You start moving the way your higher self moves. One of the most powerful questions that I ask myself all the time, every day, every hour is, what would my higher self do? Right? And then there's the Course in Miracles prayer to God, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And it's something that I'm consistently pulling the greatness out of myself, because those are very powerful questions. I'm not moving the way my traumas would have me move. I'm not moving the way I moved in the past. And it's why somebody can have known me, 3, 4, 5, even 7 years ago, and be having a completely different experience with me now, because I'm moving the way God is telling me to move. I'm not moving from the past traumas. And that's one of the most powerful things about asking those powerful questions as a tool. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I like how Siobhan said it. Said, me, I'm winning. Okay. What I'm going to do is do one more and then I'm going to close it. I'm going to share the free link to the angel reading group, guys, because I'm going to go and do angel readings on there as well. Where is it? Nope. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I get lost with links. Got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, Wendy, I'm so excited you joined too. Okay, let me have a quick. Okay, Susanna's saying, I would love clarity on my business. Okay, let me have a look at what's going on. Last scan. I think a lot of people are wanting clarity on their business right now. Okay, so the angels are saying that they're saying there's no vision here. And you know what the saying is, like, without vision, people perish. You're kind of waiting for the business to happen, but you haven't set a powerful vision here. It's kind of like it's a job replacement. It's like, I just want clients, but there's no vision for the business. So can we download a divine vision into your business through Creator of All That Is? And can we give the business to God? Okay, and so it is. Let's do our closing prayer. I'll see you guys over in the angel healing group, the free one. I love you all very much. And today is the last day for Medical Intuitive Early Bird. The price is about to shift from $333 to $888 on Lionsgate. If you're supposed to be in here, get in here before the price goes up. I don't want to hear whining about the price if you're not in here today. Okay, I've reminded you like a million times. Yes, Siobhan, that's the right book. You've got it. Let's do our closing prayer. O great Spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my Father, my Mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste.